How do we guard against this? How do you know who's there to help your family and who is there perhaps look with the appearance of godliness, but maybe there's a hidden agenda, and that agenda is to get you off track? How do you tell the difference? How do you discern the difference? Well, the number one way you can always say is be led by the Holy Spirit. Look at Matthew chapter 7, verse 15. Matthew 7:15. Jesus said, beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravenous wolves. And now Jesus says, beware of them. How can you recognize it? How can you recognize them? How do you know, should I allow this person in my family to have influence in my kids' lives? How do I know? How do I protect my kids? Look what he said in the next verse. You will know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? Oh man, this is powerful right here. Jesus said, you'll recognize by the fruit in their life. People want to talk to you and try to pull you away from God's plan for you. Well, you shouldn't go to this church. Go to this church. You shouldn't listen to this teacher. Go to that teacher. You should. What fruit do they have? They're wanting to give you advice on how to raise your kids and how to discipline your kids. What are their kids like? I know people give that kind of advice to others, and their kids hate them. Think about this for a minute. Their kids don't even want anything to do with them, and yet they are teaching people and trying to influence people on how to raise your kids. What is that? Look at the fruit. Look at the fruit. What fruit is in people's life? He said it very plainly. You're not going to gather grapes from a thorn bush. You're going to gather grapes from the grapevine, but you will not get grapes from a thorn bush. Guess what you're going to get from a thorn bush? Thorns. I don't care if they're talking grapes. They say they know everything about grapes. They give you scriptures about grapes. Look at the fruit. Are there grapes growing? Or do you see nothing but thorns?